Out with another controversial comment, this time praising Fidel Castro ahead of the dictator's death. That was a few days ago, saying to a Miami Herald reporter, quote, "One thing Fidel Castro did do is they have the highest literacy rate because they invest more in their education system than they do in their prison system, which we do not do here." So he's attacking America and praising Castro.
So what don't America's role models understand about the reality of this regime? Joining us now to weigh in is former Miami-Dade County Circuit Court judge whose own family fled from Castro's Cuba. Judge Alex Ferrer is here. Judge, please weigh in. We're waiting.
Oh, where do we begin? It's very easy to have a lot of money to spend on education. And by the way, the Cuban government is the source of figures regarding education and their wonderful healthcare system. So I'm not sure I would weigh what they tell us the same way that I would some other more reliable sources. That being said, it's very easy to have money to spend on education and have money to spend on healthcare when you're taking all the money your citizens can have, first of all, when you're spending no money whatsoever on due process or criminal justice system that provides civil rights. Colin Kaepernick should think long and hard about the message he's sending. We already know who Fidel Castro was. The Cubans do, but you don't have to be Cuban to know he's a murdering thug, just like I don't have to be black to know that the KKK is a massively racist organization. But what this tells us is who Colin Kaepernick is. You can't, on the one hand, kneel in protest and say you're for freedom for everybody and say that you are against systemic oppression and wear on your shirt the picture of the biggest oppressor in the world, a guy who executed people by firing squad without a trial, a guy who is responsible for the deaths of women and children by having his Coast Guard ram their boats as they try to flee the island, this island that apparently is such a paradise that Colin Kaepernick wants to tout it. People aren't going there. People are running away from there. They don't want to live there. So he's sending a clear message that what he's doing with these protests is hypocrisy. It's not really about people's rights.
Speaking of hypocrisy and people's rights, Colin Kaepernick has noted our prison system, that it's overrun and too large, and there are critiques to be had about that. But what would happen if Colin Kaepernick took a knee in Cuba during the Cuban national anthem?
He would be beat to a senseless pulp. He would be arrested, probably shot, but at the very least, the rights he has here to protest, and I afford him that right. Of course, everybody can protest. I may not agree with him. I don't have to agree with his protest. I think he's wrong. But you know what? I don't see the world from his perspective. So maybe I'm the one who's wrong. Over there, if he knelt during the national anthem, he would be arrested, dragged to jail, and beat into a senseless pile. That's what would happen.
Judge, some strong opinions today. I don't want to get too far into your personal business, but do you need a car right now? Are you going to go down to that Chevy dealership in Miami? You're right there. $15,000 off.
No, I don't need a car, but I appreciate the recommendation.
Well, we appreciate you coming in this morning.
Thanks, Judge.
It's always a pleasure seeing you guys.
Judge Alex Ferrer, thank you, sir.